book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. And it reads, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwap that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. This brother Bam Allah coming at you once again with another lesson. And this lesson is going to center around the phrase, where there is smoke, there is fire. Where there is smoke, there is fire. So let's go back to the book of Revelation. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And again, this lesson is inspired by this right here on YouTube. And this is fair use. Fair use. This video is only be shown for edification purposes only. So we're going to go right to this video saying that these Christians are being assaulted by the Israelis over there in Israel.
Where officials are taking seriously a recent upsurge in spitting and hitting attacks on clergy and the vandalism of Christian sites.
Christians in Jerusalem's Old City say they've been repeatedly assaulted. So how are Christian leaders responding? CBN's Julie Stahl brings us the story from Jerusalem.
The situation led Israeli President Isaac Herzog and Police Commissioner Yaakov Shabtai to meet leaders of the Orthodox and Catholic churches of the Holy Land.
In recent months, we've seen very serious phenomena towards the Christian denominations in the Holy Land. Our brothers and sisters, Christian citizens, feel attacked in their places of prayer, in the cemeteries and on the streets.
Christians in Jerusalem's Old City say they are often harassed, spit on, and even physically attacked by religious Jewish youth.
I view this phenomenon as extreme and unacceptable in any shape or form. This phenomenon needs to be uprooted.
And again, this video is named Where There is Smoke, There is Fire. And you have to ask yourself, why you so-called Judeo-Christians are being assaulted, in the land of Jerusalem by these so-called Orthodox Jews. We're going to look up this word, look and see what the Orthodox Jews believe. They really just believe in the Torah only. It said, what do Orthodox Jews believe? Orthodox Jews believe it is a strict interpretation of the Jewish law, halashia, in Hebrew, which they think is grounded in the Torah, which they think is grounded in the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, both oral and written, and a revelation made by Moses by the Most High on Mount Sinai. So they don't believe in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. They don't even believe in Jesus Christ, because they only believe, that God and Moses. So when you so-called Christians go over there to the Holy Land and y'all bringing up Jesus the Christ, and they only follow the first 5 books, of the Torah, y'all are naturally they're gonna They're gonna assault you guys. They're gonna tell y'all to go back to where you came from, because those people are not the people of the Bible. That's why we continue to tell you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, you got to ask yourself, why do the so-called United States have this infinity, this infatuation with the so-called people that are in the land of Israel, the mud rats? Because they are not the people of the Bible. Let's go to St. Luke, man, chapter 21 and verse 24, and it tells us that. It said, and pursuant to Deuteronomy 28:64, that we're going to be scattered into the 4 corners of the earth. And once we got scattered into the 4 corners of the earth, what will happen to our homeland? Let's read it. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations. We will led away captives to all nations. Show us where those so-called small hats have been led away captives to all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, Amalek, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And the time of the Gentiles is being fulfilled at this very moment, man. The Gentiles are they've been exposed. And how have they been exposed? By the mouths of the prophets. They've been exposed by the mouth of the prophets, man. Again, where there is smoke, there is fire. Let's see what that saying is. It's an unpleasant thing or said about someone or something, there is probably a good reason for it. Where there is smoke, there is fire. If unpleasant things are said about someone or something, there is probably a good reason for it. And there's a good reason for why we continue to tell y'all that those are not the people of the Bible. We're consistently telling you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Those people, the mud rats, don't believe in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. They don't even believe in Jesus the Christ. So it's an unpleasant thing, to tell Americans that those people over there in the land are not the children of Israel. It's unpleasant to the ears. Y'all might even call it being anti-Semitic when we say these things. Or Shemitic. We're Shemitic people. How can we be anti-Shemitic? But where there's smoke, there's fire. Let's continue with this video, man.
Earlier incidents include the desecration of a Protestant cemetery on Mount Zion, an attack on international Christians during a day of prayer for Jerusalem, and harassment at a Messianic concert.
See, there was even an attack on the so-called Messianic prayer for the so-called small hatters over there. They attacked them even for praying for them. But yet America is giving billions of dollars to these small hats, to these Gentiles, to these Edomites.
In Jerusalem,
we must respect the members of all religions. We've committed to this since the dawn of our existence. This is the most basic commandment of love your neighbor as yourself.
Church leaders expressed their desire to work together with Israeli authorities.
We need to work together in order to encourage coexistence and solidarity between us, and the love between us, because we are brothers in this.
Why they gonna have to work together for solidarity when America is giving these small hats billions of dollars, man? Why they gotta work together? They should be open arms accepting you so-called Americans over there in the land of Jerusalem, in the land of Israel, and preaching the word. And we know that they don't know how to preach the word. They don't even understand the prophecies of this Bible. But they should be accepted. Why aren't they accepted over there in Jerusalem? Because them small hats, what? Book of Revelation, chapter 2 and 9, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty. Talking to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, say, but thou art rich. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Shah gave us the law, statute, commandments that we should abide by. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. They the synagogue of Satan. The guys with these little small hats. Let's continue reading, man.
The same state. We live in the same places, and we need to live together in quiet and peace.
Recently, Israeli Channel 13 reporter Yossi Eli went undercover as a priest for a day. Dressed in a robe, he walked through the old city with Franciscan Father Alberto. In the first 5 minutes, he was spat at 5 times by Orthodox Jewish Israelis. In Haifa, Israel's police commissioner said the police are working to eradicate incidents and trends that affect the sense of security.
We're here to reassure you of that and to offer any assistance that may be required. As part of the cooperation between all the parties, we're working to bridge the gaps in places of conflict, while simultaneously striving to provide the vital sense of security.
David Parsons from the International Christian Embassy Jerusalem says the attacks are coming from a fringe element.
Most Israelis welcome Christians here, they welcome Christian support, but there does seem to be a fringe, a small fringe on the religious right.
He said a small fringe on a religious right. You see, that's one thing about Esau. They always they got to justify giving them this billions and billions of dollars. So they can't go over there and say, God damn, they don't even believe in JC. So they got to, you got to understand, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies and pursuing the Psalms, the 58th chapter. You got to understand these devils, man. And we can sit here and say that word devil because that's exactly what they are on both parties. These so-called Judean Christians and those so-called small hatters over there in the land of Jerusalem right now. You know, they Torah only Israelites. It said Psalm chapter 40 and verse 7. He said, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. The volume. I was going to go into Hebrew and look it up, but we're going to look it up on Google, volume, definition. It's a forming part of a work or a series. So the whole Bible is a series of what? It's a series of books that were gathered together. A series of books. Let's see what else. The magnitude, the size, extensiveness, dimension, proportion, bulk. You know, all these are just Google's definition of the word volume. It says, "God, what are two volumes?" It said volume. It said the two meanings of volume. The entirety, man. It's the entirety of the book. Point blank, simple, volume. You know, and they only believe in the first 5 books of the Torah. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua said this, that he then said, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Let's go back to this spitting video.
That for whatever motivations are trying to harass and give trouble for Christians here.
He also says it's a learning curve for Israel right now.
Jewish people wouldn't tolerate these sorts of attacks against them. In other countries, they're very vocal about it, and they shouldn't tolerate it here when their own co-religions carry out similar attacks against Christians.
Parsons told CBN News the scriptures are clear about how Christians should treat the Jewish people.
Scriptures are clear. Genesis 12:3 says we need to bless the Jewish people. Isaiah says comfort
and
them.
the Bible don't say nothing about no Jewish people. It don't say no JEWISA.
Commands to stand
that
with
is
Israel,
pertaining to.
We're not going to condition that support on whether or not these attacks are stopping, but it does make it harder for us to build support and friendship for Israel out there.
It don't matter if y'all building support or friendship with Israel. You know, United States government is the only thing that matters, and they're the ones that are giving, you know, these billions and billions of dollars over there to Israel. So you would think that the head of the Israel government would be, they would put a very end to those you so-called Christians that are getting attacked over there. But they don't give a damn about y'all. They only care about their money, because that's what the small hatters, the synagogues of Satan, are worried about, money. Let's go to St. Matthew chapter 10. Verse 32. And it reads, let me see, I ain't going to read with these 2 scriptures. Yeah. It's St. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 32. And it reads, it says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Oh, Slaki. St. Matthew 10 and 32, it said, whosoever shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. Verse 33, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. So the Lord Yahweh Shem, and this is in the red letter. So if you deny the Lord Yahweh Shem before men, He's going to deny you before his Father which is in heaven, man. Whoever confess that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is Lord, he gonna confess you, before his Father which is in heaven. Those small hats, they don't believe in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, they don't even believe in JC. But yet, you Americans have a infatuation. You Americans have this infinity, with the small hatters over there in the land, and they are not, the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And again, it says, where there is smoke, there is fire. If unpleasant things are said about someone or something, there's probably a good reason for it. And that's a good reason why we tell you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that those small hats in the land of Israel, those are not the children of the Bible. They are not the people of the Bible. That's why, we continue to break out these scriptures. So I pray that this lesson has been edifying. I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say, Shalom.